Hi, it's Short Movie Recap here. Today I will be explaining a 2020 comedy romance movie called Looks That Kill. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care.
In the initial scene, we meet Max, a 16-year-old attending a session with a psychiatrist. Max bears an unusual condition where anyone who sees his face instantly dies. Consequently, he conceals his entire face with a white bandage. Max reveals to the psychiatrist that this peculiar trait originated at birth. When he was delivered, the medical staff, captivated by his facial appearance, succumbed to a joyous and blissful demise. Max speculates that his exceptionally beautiful face triggers a surge in hormones, resulting in immediate but pleasant fatalities. To safeguard himself and others, Max's parents relocated to a more secluded town, and he receives homeschooling. Despite this protective measure, Max experiences profound loneliness due to his rare ability, as only his parents remain unaffected. The psychiatrist, skeptical of the boy's account, instructs him to remove his sunglasses and bandage. Upon complying, Max passes away. Shortly after, the police arrive but cannot arrest Max for exposing his face, so he is released without trouble. Max's only friend, Dan, visits him at home, and during lunch, Max's parents ask Dan to help Max join dating apps to encourage him to go out. Max later requests Dan to disfigure his face with a brick to alleviate his condition. But Dan, recalling a previous unsuccessful attempt with a hammer, declines. Despite Max's insistence, Dan punches him, causing a nosebleed. Sensing Max's sadness, Dan arranges a Valentine's Day date with a girl named Erica. However, during the meeting at a restaurant, Erica appears uncomfortable with Max's appearance. In an attempt to break the ice, Max gives her a self-sewn handkerchief with her name on it, compliments her, and flirts, but she remains uninterested. Their encounter is disrupted by Erica's aggressive ex-boyfriend, Greg, who mocks Max's appearance and physically assaults him without apparent cause. Despite enduring public humiliation, Max attempts to arrange another meeting with Erica, only to face rejection. The cumulative impact triggers a mental breakdown, leading Max to contemplate a drastic decision at a bridge. However, before he acts, a girl named Alex intervenes, suggesting a higher bridge for his intentions. Max reacts angrily, but Alex remains composed, expressing certainty that he won't jump. During their conversation, Max shares his struggles, revealing a desire for a normal life. Sensing his despair, Alex takes him to a retirement home where she volunteers, introducing him to Esther, battling Alzheimer's, and Rosemary, facing a terminal illness. The day spent conversing with them uplifts Max's spirits. Despite his request to meet again, Alex declines, leaving Max with a renewed perspective. The following day, Max tells Dan about his feelings for Alex, expressing a strong desire to meet her again. Dan recommends revisiting the location where they first met and waiting for her. Max follows his friend's advice, heading to a bus stop near the bridge. Fortunately, he encounters Alex and persuades her to spend more time together. The duo then visits a store, purchasing numerous candies to fulfill Max's dream of bathing in them. Later, they fill his bathtub with candies and share the unique experience. As their bond deepens, Max discloses his rare condition to Alex, who remains unaffected unlike others. In return, Alex reveals her rare cardiovascular disease, demonstrating a monitoring device for her heart. Despite her stable condition, they continue growing closer, enjoying each other's company. One day, they attend a cinema, relishing a movie while indulging in some drinks. Later in the evening, Alex escorts Max home and extends an invitation to come inside. While in Max's room, he inquires about the illuminated light bulb on her jacket, to which she clarifies that it signals a dangerous deterioration in her condition. During their conversation, Alex removes his sunglasses and gazes into Max's eyes, causing her anxiety about potential consequences. However, nothing untoward occurs, leading to the speculation that unveiling his entire face might hold the key. Max's parents return home, delighted to witness their son in the company of a girl. They introduce Yushin, an exchange student staying with them. Although Max's parents encourage him to befriend her, he shows little interest. The next day, Max, Alex, Dan, and his girlfriend plan a forest camping trip. Max's mother insists they include Yushin, despite Max's initial reluctance. As they venture into the woods, Alex sustains a minor injury from a branch. Max, in a tender gesture, tears a piece of his face bandage to dress her wound, inadvertently evoking feelings of love that may be detrimental to her health. As night descends, they gather around a bonfire to camp. Alex expresses her desire to see Max's face, prompting him to guide her under a blanket, covering her eyes with the bandage. and allowing her to explore his features by touch. This intimate moment turns romantic, culminating in a shared kiss. In the subsequent scene, Max and Alex visit the retirement home and discover that Rosemary is in a critical stage of her life. Witnessing the elderly woman's intense suffering, Alex becomes overwhelmed with emotion, shedding tears that negatively impact her own well-being. Distressed, she leaves the room, followed by Max. Alex discloses that Rosemary is undergoing significant distress, as the nursing home employs various medical devices in an attempt to save her, exacerbating her agony. Consequently, she implores Max to remove his face bandage and reveal his face to Rosemary, offering her a more peaceful passage. Initially hesitant, Max eventually agrees, unveiling his face in the wardroom, allowing Rosemary to find solace in her final moments. As time progresses, Max and Alex's relationship deepens. However, a shift occurs as Alex starts ignoring Max's messages and calls. Concerned, Max visits her, discovering that the doctor increased her medication due to an enlarged heart. Blaming himself for their frequent meetings, Max offers assistance and Alex requests him to take her to a party. Complying with her wish, Max escorts her to a lively party where Dan is also present with his new girlfriend, initially creating a vibrant atmosphere as they dance and relish the moment. Shortly afterward, the music shifts to a romantic tone, prompting them to engage in a romantic dance. Alex's heart races, causing discomfort. When she unexpectedly starts bleeding from her nose, she excuses herself, rushing to the bathroom. In her absence, Max is joined by Dan and his girlfriend for company. Later, Erica's ex-boyfriend and his friends confront them, leading to another altercation where Max is bullied, and his face mask is forcibly removed. Dan's girlfriend witnesses this, resulting in a tragic outcome. The police arrive, arresting Max. As he's escorted to the police car, he sees Alex being taken to the ambulance due to deteriorating health. After a day in prison, Max is bailed out and hurries to the hospital, discovering Alex's grim reality. Her medications were merely suppressing emotions, but she stopped taking them when she developed feelings for Max. In her final stage, she expresses a last wish to see his face before peacefully passing away. Max, overwhelmed, refuses her request, claiming she won't comprehend the pain of witnessing someone die. He storms out. Back home, Max attempts to disfigure his face with a brick, but his parents intervene, calming him with a comforting hug. Simultaneously, Yushin's feline companion enters the room, encountering Max's visage, leading to its demise. Consequently, Max, disturbed by Alex's entreaty, severs ties with her, shunning calls and messages. Eventually, Max confides in Dan, divulging the intricacies of his life, including Alex's critical state. Perplexed by Max's aloofness despite Alex's illness, Dan urges him to be by her side, cautioning that he might forfeit the opportunity to bid her farewell. Dan's counsel resonates with Max, prompting him to reconsider. The following day, Max visits the hospital, adorning Alex's ward with his handmade creations. He apologizes for his absence, acknowledging his reluctance to confront the prospect of losing her. Having grasped her pain, Max agrees to fulfill Alex's earlier request. Removing his face bandage, he lies beside her. After a romantic kiss, Alex, though not fatally affected, experiences joy, adversely impacting her condition. Swiftly, Max summons doctors who stabilize her temporarily. He then remains by her side all the night until she ultimately dies due to her ailment. In the subsequent scene, we witness the distraught Max attending Alex's memorial. Subsequently, he heads to the identical bridge where he initially encountered her. Clutching an envelope with Alex's name inscribed on it, he places her preferred confection inside and hurls it into the stream. A few days later, the court dismisses Max's homicide charges, as forensic evidence establishes that Dan's partner perished from natural causes. Gradually recuperating, Max's existence starts to take a favorable turn, and the distressing sentiments slowly dissipate. To pay homage to Alex, he periodically visits the retirement residence and shares moments with Esther. Ultimately, Max discovers the appropriate manner to utilize his distinctive capability. He bestows euthanasia upon those who seek it, enabling them to gaze upon his countenance and pass away contentedly and serenely. The film concludes as Max recounts that the most crucial lesson he learned from Alex is that his appearance poses no harm to those who love him absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling cinematic journey, short movie recap fans. If you're hungry for more twists, turns, and epic moments, don't hit pause just yet. Click on the video showing on the screen for an exclusive sneak peek into our next movie masterpiece. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming up in the world of short movie recap. Hit that next video and let the movie magic continue.